thank you so much for joining me. Apologies for the technical issues that we've had. I thought to restart this video again. In this video, I'm going to be talking to you about how to write a CV for a healthcare assistant role if you haven't got previous experience. So this CV is going to cover people who've got work experience in other fields and people who've got no work experience at all. So I hope this video will be useful to some of you. So many of you have come to me and asked me for CV. So I hope I'm providing a template. So I hope when I've got this, when you see this template, you can actually use it to reshape your own one. And I also want to apologize because I've not had the time to check all the CVs that have come through. So I'm hoping that we're all here and we're all ready to go. Let me know if you have any difficulties or any issues, and then then we can make a plan. So I'm just going to be sharing my screen with you. Just give me a second. I want to make sure that my video is not showing so that you can see a full screen. So just give me a minute to sort that one out. So do let me know when you can see everything clearly. I'm just waiting for your feedback. I can see Ose is here. Welcome back, which is fantastic. I'll just share the link because I think I've lost so many of you. So hopefully this should be better. I'm just sharing that link so everybody can find me. Ose, you're the only one who's here. Hello, Your Taste Lifestyle. So good to have you. I'm just waiting for everyone else to come back and then I'll carry on with this video. Just give me a minute and then we can carry on. Please just bear with me. Right. Okay. Fantastic. Okay, I can see that people have found the new link and we are good to go. So I might have to do a little bit of repetition. Hi Crystal, hi Lucy. Thank you for joining me. Thank you. Yeah, sorry about the technical difficulties that we had. So hopefully this time will be sailing smooth. I can see most of you are coming back and we're ready to go, which is exciting. Hello, Familia. Sorry, I'm saying it wrong. I know I am. So it's Yayo. Sorry. You should write it down in a way that I can pronounce it because I want to learn. Hi Walter. Fantastic. So I think I've got everybody, well, I've got most people, so I don't want to keep you waiting. So this video is all about CVs for those people who are either changing careers, coming into the healthcare career and you've got a different background, or you've got no work experience whatsoever. I did do a video which was in great detail. I'm not going to cover all the things that I've covered in those. So even though you haven't got experience, I would recommend that you watch that video because you're going to find it useful. Some of the things that I'm not talking about here, I've talked about it in my previous video. I am Chikomborero. Hello, Gordon. Hello, Catherine. Welcome. All right. So hopefully this time you'll be able to see my screen with no problem. Funny me would be okay. Fantastic. Okay. So I hope this time you'll be able to see the screen better. So just let me know my sound is fine, and let me know if you can see the screen better. If you can let me know that, that would be wonderful. So hopefully you can see my screen really clearly. So this is going to be a short video. I couldn't attach the link to this CV, so do come back maybe 10 minutes after the video and come back and get the link. I'll put it in the description box, and I'll also put it in the comment section. So sound is fine. Is the video clear? Okay, fantastic. Okay, so like I've said previously in my other videos, your CV is all about making it as simple as possible for anyone who's going to look at it to really pick out whether you've got the experience or not. So what I've done for this video is I've looked at a specific job description, and I've tailored my CV to that particular job description. So as you can see, I've not put my name here. I've used just random stuff. They're not related to anyone or me or anything like that. So to start with, always put your full name, put your town where you're from, and put the country, and put your telephone number and your email address. There's no need to provide your full address because unless it's been requested for, no one needs to know that. So the way we look at CVs in the UK is based on the fact that can you do the job, yes or no. Whether you're married, you've got kids, you're single, that is purely none of our business or anyone's business. You're basically employed based on your capabilities, and that's what a CV is all about. So don't include how many pets you've got, whether you've got kids, whether none of those things actually matter. So a CV is like an appetizer. It's for an employer to look at it and go, oh wow, I want to find out more about this person. So you're not writing your life story, you're not writing you know, anything in detail. You're just showing the employer that I've read your job description and I have the skills that you want in your job description. So that's what this is. I had a job description, but I couldn't put it in a Word document. So hopefully this will actually work for this purposes. So just checking for messages. Search retrieving information can you please help with this resume? Will work from India as well if I'm applying for this job. Yes, the answer is yes, Shaira. So basically you sum up your contact details. If you've got a LinkedIn as well, if you've got LinkedIn profile, you can put it here just under your email. And then the first thing you want to do is having a personal statement. So a personal statement is your moment to shine. It's your moment to summarize everything that you're good at, to summarize why you're a star, to summarize why you're a perfect candidate for this job. So a personal statement can either make you or break you. So it's very important to think to summarize your best skills, your best experience, and why someone should hire you. So you're basically getting 3 seconds to say why someone should hire you. So what I've done with this personal experience, it's completely different to what I've done in my previous video. So this personal statement is talking about the Red Cross course that you've done, or any other course that you've done that are relevant to healthcare. So bearing in mind that you have no experience whatsoever. So we're just going to focus on the course that you've done, the knowledge that you've gained, and we're going to show that you're a committed individual. And I believe some of you have had work experience. If you didn't have work experience, I would highly recommend that you do, because that's going to make you stand out. I guess the other thing to mention is generally a care job, a care assistant in the UK, usually there's no experience required. But knowing that there's so many people that want this chance, you're better off trying to get some voluntary experience, trying to get any experience that you can get, it either in a hospital or in a mental unit, or children with learning disability, anything of that sort. Do get experience, and that's what we're going to use. So I know most people have done 3 months of work, so that's the background, and that's the background of my personal statement. So we're focusing on the course that you've done, the little experience that you've done, and the fact that you're a committed individual. You're eager to join this nursing home, and you've got the relevant knowledge to be employed by them, and you're looking to you're a person who shows empathy, and you're very good at encouraging other people, in encouraging people to be empowered. So that's what I've said on here. I'll read it out to you. So dedicated healthcare assistant who has just completed a Red Cross caregiver course, committed to providing a high level of care to seniors in a nursing home setting, eager to join ABC nursing home and show knowledge of supporting and monitoring the healthcare needs of patients, looking to help clients continue living independent lives by showing empathy and encouraging empowerment. So I think this is brilliant, because you're not talking about the experience that you've had, you're not talking about how qualified you are, but you're showing that you're eager to learn, you're showing that you've got the relevant knowledge to actually start. So what I want you to bear in mind is everything that's highlighted in blue, this is the bit that you need to tailor. So I'm talking about this nursing home, but if you see a job in NHS, you want to change this to say NHS. If you see if you're going to put this in hospital, then you want to change about seniors. In nursing home settings, you want to make this relevant to a hospital. So these are the areas that you need to actually change. So the next thing from there is your skills. So when we come to skills, you need to show that you need to show the skills that you already have that are transferable. And some of these skills, you might have got them in the 3 months experience that you got, in the 3 months experience that you've had in volunteering. And some of these experience are transferable skills, like communication skills. So this is the area where you want to put those skills. So I've put, for example, communication skills. You know, these are key. You're a good listener, you've got excellent communication skills. So when you look at a job description, every job description talks about communication skills. So what you want to do is make sure you include whatever they've put in. So what I've put in here is exactly what was put in the job description that I was looking at. So it might be that they'll say, we're looking for a good listener, and we're looking for someone who's able to communicate effectively. So what you want to do is say, I'm a good listener and I can communicate effectively. That's what you want to say, if that's what the job description says. So moving on from there, I guess communication skills, whether you've had a job or you've not had a job. If you went to school and did secondary school education, you were somehow put in a group, in a team, you were able to communicate your needs to your team members, you were able to communicate with your teachers. So it doesn't matter what your background is, everybody has these skills. Housework, the ability to tidy up, washing floors, vacuuming, cleaning, these are the things that we do at home anyway. Time management, you're able to use your own initiative and prioritize workload. Whether you've had a job or you've not had a job, you need to be able to talk about time management, because you manage your time anyway. You manage everything. I can see a message that says you can't see my screen very well. Is that correct? Do let me know if that's an issue. And as I'm talking, if you have questions, I'm more than happy to answer them. So does it help if I change the font? Do let me know if it's gonna help in terms of seeing it. Hi Pauline, hi Sally. Do let me know please if you can see my screen. If you can't, let me know and I'll see if I can do something to change it. So basically, like I've said, everything in blue, it's areas that you can change, that you can tailor according to your CV. Okay, so these things, that's what you look for in a job description and change it. So the next bit is relevant work experience. So when it comes to work experience, if you haven't got a lot of experience in care field, I would highly recommend that you put your work experience as relevant and non-relevant. So your relevant work experience, this is what you talk about, the 3 months training that you've had. I'm hoping someone's going to give me feedback about this screen. I'm moving on, but I'm conscious that you might not be able to see the screen. So basically, put your 3 months experience that you've done and put relevant work experience, and then make sure you include what the job title was, where you did it, when you started and when it ended. And once you start with this formula, make sure you keep this formula consistent. And also, as you can see, I'm using bullet points to talk about the things that I've done, in my work experience. So what you want to do is make sure that you use the same bullet points, you're consistent. As you can see, there's a lot of space around here. Leaving a lot of space makes it a lot easier for people to read. So basically, an employer is going to come and say, you know, she's got experience in cooking meals, she's got experience in what else can I say, shopping trips, sightseeing, accompanying patients. It's very nice and easy to actually see. Hey Lisa, thank you for bringing up this video. Please note that the words are blurry, we can't see them properly. I can see the screen clearly. All right then, so 2 people are saying 2 different things. Another option would be I'll record this video separately. It might work out better. But tell me, do you want me to carry on, or you want me to record the video differently and not do a live? Do let me know your thoughts, and I'll proceed. Right, so whilst I'm waiting for your feedback, I'll go to the next stage. The next stage is other work experience. So this is where if you have other work experience, the screen is clear, perfect. So if you have other work experience that are not related to care, my advice to you would be do write it as other work experience. Again, keeping the consistent that you've done before, naming the job title, the town, the country, and when you started and when it ended. So the other thing, as you can see, you don't want to talk too much about your work experience as a teacher, but you want to bring out just the key specific things that you think are going to be relevant to you as a care assistant. So I've put something like manage a team of 10 teachers. So what does this say? This tells the employer that you have taken management role. You are aware of how to manage people, how to lead a team. So that's really good. You've been a point of contact for key projects. That's another thing that's good to talk about. So I wouldn't recommend for you to put in things like how you marked kids' work and how you did this. But if you did something outstanding in your previous role, maybe as a teacher or something else, I would say that I was awarded as the best HR for 2 months for delivering this project, whatever it was, but make it brief because it's not relevant. If you can't make it relevant, then just keep it brief. You don't want to fill it in with things that are not. So let's say you're an IT expert. You don't want to talk about, you know, I've got knowledge of SQL, I've got knowledge of Python and all of that. That's not relevant. So keep it nice and smooth. Talk about your soft skills. So your soft skills are skills that are transferable. All your communication skills, teamwork, project management, ability to communicate effectively, and all the things that you did. But don't include all of them. Keep it brief. So I'm just getting some feedback that I'm not audible enough. Can you continue? I'll also check the recording for now. I'll be listening while you're talking. Thank you. Thanks for the feedback, Cynthia. So the next thing that I want you to focus on is, so if you have experience if you've worked in other jobs, do include it here, but just go back 5 years. Don't write all of them. That's not necessary. Go back 5 years, or pick 2 or 3 that you think are really going to make you stand out. Okay, so once you've done that, if you don't have any other experience, don't include this section. It's absolutely fine. You can just remove it altogether. The next stage is your education. So this is a space filler, but also important. So what you want to talk about is that training course that you've done. Put it under education, and talk about the key modules that you've learnt whilst you're doing whatever training you've done. So I'm aware that a lot of people have done Red Cross, some people have done St. John's Clinic. People have done quite a lot of different things in this, in terms of training. So if you've done all your online trainings, this is the time to include that. And also, after you've done that, keep your previous education very brief. As you can see, A levels, including English, IT. You might want to put maths as well, because those are quite key, including maths, and just put where you did it, and put your O levels. I think in the UK we refer to it as GCSE. So this is your secondary school. Again, look at the formatting. So you put what O levels you did, and what year to when you started and when it ended. The next stage would be additional information. So this is where you've done something that you're really proud of. Lucy says, please continue. The sound is not good. Bring the mic close if possible. You can continue. I'll also check recording for now. I'll be listening. Okay, hopefully it's getting better. I've taken all your feedback. My mic is a lot closer. So additional information, if you have things that you've done that you're proud of, so this will work for students, and it will also work for non-students. So you might want to talk about the work that you've done as a volunteer outside the care space. Talk about how you're helpful around your neighborhood or your community, what impact you've had. This is the place to put whether you've got some, like, you supporting a church group or you help younger people. Again, all of this is relevant because it's showing the type of person that you are, that you may not have the relevant experience, but you're someone who can make an impact. So it's good to include that in there. Also, if you don't have experience, do include your hobbies and your interest. So when you include your hobbies, don't say, I like to play sports, or I enjoy watching football. Do show it in a sense that you're a leader, you organize things, you manage things, you've got to put it as if it's a job. It is a job, I guess, but it's a hobby. But you want to put that you organize weekly sports for your team, you manage the bookings, you manage transport, you help the coach, you help organize times and bookings. Things like that would be really, really good if you have no experience. So the purpose of this is mainly so that the employer can see that you don't have experience, but you're a resourceful person. So that's all that we're doing with this CV. I'm going to share this CV with you all. And I'm going to put my camera so you can see me. Perfect. Right. Does anyone have any questions for me before I go? I know my screen was a bit blurry, but I will share the actual template with you all. So if you have any questions, I'm more than happy to take those questions. So do let me know, please. I'm just going to see if anyone's got anything to say. Or do you have any feedback for me before I go, so that I can know how you feel, or if you have any questions around CVs and what to do, what not to do, or if you found anything that I've shared interesting or too difficult, do let me know. I'll be really, really interested to know. Whilst I'm waiting for your questions to come through, I just wanted to share with you about the job that I posted yesterday. So I spoke to the company this morning, and what they said to me is that their form is usually for people in the UK, but when you're filling in the form, just fill it in like you're in the UK. But if there's any space at all, just write in there that you're going to require sponsorship, you don't have the right to work in the UK. So the lady that I spoke to was quite sure that the form was changed so that it can cater for those that are outside the UK. So she said either way, it doesn't matter whether it's not she said whether it's not letting you go through, just pretend like you're in the UK and just let them know you're not in the UK, and they'll look at it appropriately. So I guess that's all from me. Do you have any questions? Just gonna grab a drink of water. Any questions for me before I go? I can see Sue with Otang just came in now. Any template? Yes, I'm going to provide a template after the live. Any more questions? I guess that's it. Thank you so much for coming, and I hope this CV is actually going to help you and you'll see some jobs coming in. Do let me know how everything goes. I like to hear your success stories. I think that's it. I hope everyone will have a lovely weekend. I will do videos for social workers. They're just not happy with me at the moment, but I have an interesting video for you with some jobs that I'll be sharing with you. And I think I need to do one for doctors as well that I've been asked for. Right. So Sue with Hotang says my business under work experience. Template will help. Steffi says when you pretend to be in the UK, it requires a postcode and a UK telephone number. How do you go about that? I would say just put anything to a pretend postcode, a pretend phone number, and also just make sure you put somewhere that you're not. She reassured me that they are looking at it. As far as she's concerned, the form was updated and it should be correct. But if it's not, they were looking at it. She sounded like they were looking at it immediately. So Tsitsi says, I successfully applied and it had an option to continue even if it says you're ineligible. That's fantastic feedback. Thank you, Tsitsi, for sharing that. I meant, can I include my business under the work experience as well? Yes, definitely. You can include your business, but again, depending on what your business was, keep it brief. Maybe you can talk about how you manage your business, how much money you made, just to show that if you're an effective person, you're a valuable person. Basically, that's what you want to demonstrate. But don't write too much about it, but just keep it brief and relevant. So think about those transferable skills that I've talked about. You might want to include that. Hi Lisa, please, I want you to help me review my CV. I'm getting only no and unfortunately. Scholastica, I haven't checked. I think this week I promised 3 people to check their CVs. I've not had the time to do it, I'm afraid. I think you can tell my voice, I'm getting really tired. You can send it to my email. When I get time, I'll check it, but there are no promises. What I can actually advise is if you use the template that I've shared with you, especially if you have no experience, I think that's going to help you a long way to go. Just change the details a little bit and make sure it's 2 pages and you'll be good to go. You really would be good to go. I guess that's it, everyone. So thank you so much for watching. Please do come back. Just give me about 10 minutes and I'll attach the template for you. I just couldn't do it before the video. It wouldn't let me do that. So I think that's all. Thank you so much for coming. Hope you have a really good evening. I'm just gonna read a few more questions. Steffi says, what about we having personal experience with our relatives in care in terms of stroke and dementia? Semu Keliso says, hi Lisa, is it possible to download the template? Steffi says, can we add that to our CVs? Yes, you can include that in your CV. Perhaps if you can put it, oh, let me think, where's the best place to put it? Perhaps put it in relevant experience and just put perhaps with no, you can put the year and just say, I've looked after a family member who had stroke. My responsibility were making sure they've got enough medication, helping them prepare meals, all the ordinary things that you'll be required to do. So depending on where you're applying for work, I would say that is relevant experience. So do include that. It's important. And also just put the things that you did, and you don't want to talk too much about it. You want all of that to be in the interview. Just give them enough to invite you for an interview, because when you give too much, then what's the point of inviting you for an interview? So CV is meant to be short, snappy and interesting, basically. Scholastica says, I'll send it to your email. Thank you so much for your kind heart. What if I was involved in setting up a non-profit but have been working with them here and there? So where do I place that experience in the template you shared? Right, let me just see. What if I was involved in setting up a non-profit business, so like a charity, but I've been working with them here and there? So where do I place that in the template you've provided? So I think if you place that right at the bottom, so it depends what I would put that in the additional information. It depends what the charity was all about. I'll see if I can share my screen with you. Just a second. I'll see if I can show you where I think it should be. Let me know. Yeah, so I think if you can put that in the additional information, that would be helpful. So hopefully you can see this better. Okay, let me just go down a bit. So if you can put it in the additional information, can you see that very well? So yeah, additional information is where I think it can be placed. Okay, I think that's all, everyone. Thank you so much. I'll see you in my next video. Do look out for that template, and I hope it will be useful for everybody. I hope you have a lovely weekend. It's goodbye for now.